What's going on, Pisces? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, Pisces, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be a monthly check-in, Pisces. As I've been told Cancer and Scorpio, I thought I had a big old thing for it. Turns out I just had self-growth. So while I'm getting it together, Pisces, let's talk about your monthly check-in. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. Look at that, I'm already... Take what resonates with you, Pisces. Leave the rest with me and never force a reading on a situation. Okay, let's jump into this thing, Pisces, before well, guess what? Your space has been cleansed. At least I'm on top of it there. Gems, they're present. Just good energy all around here, Pisces. All right, so with this spread, I'm going to be going until higher self says stop. We're just going to be going with the flow here, Pisces. And just so you're all aware that these aren't gender-specific readings, we're just working with the energies here. So apply them as it makes sense for you, Pisces. And then, in case y'all were curious, the decks that I'm using, this one that I'm shuffling is the Tarot of the Divine deck. And then the Oracle deck that I'll be using is the Anatomy of a Witch deck. And I'll provide links for these decks and other decks that I like using down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested, Pisces. Ooh, Pisces. But let's see what's going on with your energy so far here, Pisces. Because I'm with it. Because you're the star here, King of Cups. Look at you. Because that's one of your cards, Pisces. And I feel like for some of us, interesting. I feel like we're at this place right now where I feel like, at least for this month, maybe we're trying to work on our confidence. I think that we're in a place of where hopefully you all are starting to feel a little more into your abilities, into your powers. You're really kind of, I feel like maybe some of us, or at least I'm hoping all of us, are really just like, where your energies seem to be lining up well, where things seem to be working out nicely, you've been manifesting, creating, all of that stuff here. And I'm thinking now with this Queen of Wands energy popping up, I feel like the time is ripe for you, Pisces, to really start thinking about making a move here. Because I think that things are going to start coming in a lot faster than you are expecting them to. And, I think that this is something where maybe some of us might be waiting on, I don't know if we're necessarily waiting on like a person to maybe we're thinking about getting like a business started up. We're waiting for some things to kind of line up here with some people, maybe some friends. Let's say maybe you're starting up like, let's say you're starting up like something where you're like interviewing people, maybe like a podcast, maybe we're trying to get some people kind of lined up here, maybe there's just, I feel like there's something that's kind of in queue here that we're waiting on. But Pisces, I feel like while you're getting that thing figured out, see what we can get going right now. I feel like it's this, with this energy this month, it's like strike while the iron is hot, because the iron is hot, because that's what the Queen of Wands, every time she does it, her energy is coming through, especially in this deck. She really comes through. This card, she's Pele, and this is the Hawaiian. Oh, I think she's the Hawaiian goddess of the volcanoes. Let's, don't look further into that. But either way, she's bringing that heat regardless. And this is Aries energy. And I think that it's time to, especially when you got Aries energy and Sag energy here, and I feel like it's time to just start going out there and start that expansion, Pisces. If we're waiting on other people to get going, I feel like that's going to, that'll work itself out, Pisces, but I feel like if we wait too long on this thing, it's like there could be the chance of maybe we might lose motivation, because you know what I mean, Pisces. I just feel like we just want to keep this momentum going while the energy seem to be working here more. So that's just something to think about, when you're going into this month, because I do get where we want, everything to align. We want want stuff to be all, perfect, and, just like schedules, let's say if we're working on a meeting, it's like in an ideal world, they have all the time, they're ready to do your thing whenever whenever you're ready. But realistically, we all have different stuff that we have going on, and it's just, I think that we just, Pisces, I feel like it's, and you know what, Pisces, maybe for some others, if we haven't got something cooking up in the mix here, I think it may be time to start doing some brainstorming. I think that really, because it seems like this month is all about you, Pisces, and that's. And that's cool too. I'm thinking that, Venus just went into Pisces not too long ago, depending on when you're watching this. It's been in there for about a week now. But, I just feel like this is a good time for your energy here. And I think it's time to start thinking about some stuff that we want to start investing in, Pisces. Because look, you remember I was talking about, the fire is hot here. And, I feel like we might be in this place of where we have like a bunch of good ideas maybe we got cooking up. But maybe too, maybe this is something where we're just like, maybe we've gotten opinions on some things, on maybe some of your ideas, and it hasn't been met with that praise or that same enthusiasm that you might be bringing, Pisces. And another thing with that, if we're worried about what other, let's say, maybe we bounce it off some friends, maybe some coworkers, maybe some family, and if we've been getting like kind of like mixed reviews or something like that, Pisces, keep in mind, these are just like, this is like a small group of people. Just because it doesn't resonate with them doesn't mean that it won't resonate with others. And a second thing, it's like how I tell you at the beginning of the readings, when people have opinions on your ideas and such, take what resonates with you, leave the rest with them, or put it in orbit. If you're not sure of like, okay, maybe they had brought up a valid point, but it doesn't make sense at the time. Let it hover around your orbit for a little bit. And then when it makes sense, you can snatch that nugget out of there and apply it. But that's something too. Don't let that deter this momentum here, because Pisces, I really feel like too that you're in a place where you can come up with some original ideas. This is something that maybe people are resonating with it because it sounds so out of the box. It sounds so, maybe it seems just so crazy. In Pisces, good, because that's a solid thing. Because if it sounds so out of the box, that means no one else is thinking about it. This is all yours, Pisces, and it's unique to you. And I'll tell you what uniqueness is. That's how we got the plane. That's how we got cars. That's how we got all the stuff that we have. It's that innovative energy here. And think about your energy too, Pisces. When you think about just how, one of your rulers is Neptune. We start getting to that kind of dreamy energy. You think about the 12th house, getting into that, that type of realm. I just think of your energy is so creative and so imaginative. I feel like, Pisces, you're working with the energy of the ocean. And when I think of the fish, your balance between the spiritual and the material worlds. So if anyone can take, the craziest ideas and can manifest it into the world, it's you, Pisces. You really can do, I think sometimes too, when we think of like Pisces energy and even thinking about like 12th house things, like I even had heard something where it's like the 12th house is considered like the dumpster of the zodiac, which like, you don't dump stuff in Pisces house one. We're not just dumping stuff, because let me tell you, I've been thinking a lot about your house, Pisces, the 12th house. I have the Sun, Mercury, Chiron, and there's a comet in there that I have in the 12th house. But I definitely have, my Sun, my Mercury, and Chiron in the 12th house. And it's it can be one of those things. I feel like with your energy, you know, especially getting into like 12th house stuff, it's like it can either be the biggest handicap, you know, it can really hold you down, but if you learn to work with it, it can be an extraordinary gift. And that's where I feel like that's what your energy can bring, because that's, you know, even if we don't have placements in the 12th house, that's still your house, Pisces. That's still your energy. And that's something that there's boundless, you know, I feel like imagination and creativity that can come from your energy more. And I think that it really would benefit not just you, but us as a society, you know, to really start investing into some things, you know, really start thinking about what would excite you, what would, all those? Yeah, what would excite you? What would bring you joy? Because I'll tell you what, oh, look at this. Come on, Pisces. Now we got hubby here in reverse. It's things are starting to heat up here, Pisces. And you know what? When I was talking about this partner here earlier, maybe some of us might be partnered with someone right now, and maybe they might be moving a little slower than you would like to, Pisces. That could be another option too. And I feel like that if this is something where we have someone holding us back, and if there's not like a really valid reason for this to be going down, I'd just first start, you know, meet up with this person. Like, yo, what's good? we got all this stuff that we can work with here. You know, we're feeling prime here. What's happening? You know, figure that out. And then if there's no real reason and we're still not getting things started here, then Pisces, it might be time to consider this might not be your divine counterpart here. And this could be too, Pisces. You know, we're in the month of love, so this could be a good love month for you too. You could maybe this is someone that we're missing. You know, maybe we're missing that. If we don't have someone who's motivating us, maybe some of us might benefit from partnering up with someone. You know, maybe there's like it could be maybe a person might be a missing piece as well. So that's another thing to consider for you Pisces as well. But regardless, expansion is going to be the name of the game here. You know, we're on a great start here. You know, you got prime energy right here, and I say just like build off of that. Go big. You know, because why not? You know, we're in this place, and because I love this, you know, we got the eight of swords in reverse, and I feel like that, you know, there's really not anything much to really think about here. You know, we're at this place of just like, go do it. You know why? Because even when I'm thinking about this divine counterparts here and possibly waiting for someone here, Pisces, if it's going to be a minute before this person, you know, things even line up with this person, maybe check to see if we can get something else cooking in the mix. If you've done everything you can for whatever this amazingness is going to happen here, yeah, let's feed into something, you know, personal, you know, a little more that's yours, you know. Who's to say, like, for example, when we were talking about a podcast with a person, why not start, like, you could have this one, and then why not have a side podcast on top of that where we just talk Pisces shenanigans, you know, and then over here we're talking, it's a Pisces, Aries, sad show. I don't know, Pisces, I'm not sure what you're up to, but why not? Because I feel like there's nothing really stopping you right now, Pisces. I really feel like I really think that, and if there is, it's something that we can take care of. You know, we have, I feel like you have the tools, and if you don't believe it, believe it. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, look at this, Pisces. Let's see, because I feel like, you know, maybe some of us may feel like we don't have the tools. You know, you got the King of Coins and the Page of Coins in reverse here. And you know what? If you feel like you don't have the tools, then go out and make some, Pisces. You know what I mean? I feel like there are resources aplenty for you. Instead of focusing on what you don't have in this time, you know, maybe to start something, focus on what you do have, and then what makes sense, and how can we build off of that thing, you know, because if we get into this place of where we knock something even before we've tried, then of course we're going to fail because we didn't even put any kind of effort into it, Pisces. But if you were to get creative, think outside of the box, get innovative. I feel like that you can really create your own abundance here, because the nice thing about the King of Coins is even when he's not aware of his abundance, it's still there, Pisces. That's the nice thing. It's just like sometimes I think even the King of Coins can just like forget what abundance can look like, because it can manifest in a bunch of different ways. I'm on this podcast kick, so let's keep it going there. Abundance could be like a rich conversation, because I'll tell you what, Pisces, I just had a conversation with someone not too long ago, like maybe about a week ago. And this was someone I hadn't spoken with in like 10 years. We just happened to connect on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, let's see. Yeah, like let's just hang out, just kind of catch up. I didn't think I thought it was going to be like kind of hang out for like an hour or so and be done. We had the richest conversation. We must have talked for at least 3-4 hours. And I mean, just solid, just conversation. And I'll tell you what, when I left there, that to me, I was hit. I was like, man, that is abundance. That like, it really can manifest in incredible ways, Pisces. And the nice thing with the pages, when I think of that energy, that's like inspirational energy. And it's one of those things that it's like when the imagination, when that initial idea kicks off, roll with it. Don't tear it down before it's even had a chance to get some momentum there. Allow that idea to flourish. See where that goes, and then as it applies, we tweak and things, we make it work for this realm. But don't knock it, like really, don't knock these ideas before you try it, Pisces, because you could be leaving just gold, all on the ground here. So, more. Yeah, Pisces, I feel like the name of the game for you is really invest in yourself. I really think that's because you have, and you know what? And thanks for the confirmation, Pisces, because I was telling Cancer and Scorpio had some mad readings too. I mean, like really dope energy and very different in how they're bringing it. In Pisces, you are no exception. This is, look at you, yeah? Look at you, Queen of Swords. Oh! Wasn't I just talking about Venus? Here is the Empress. And you know what? The Empress is in reverse, and I don't know how I feel about that, Pisces. So we're going to talk about that in 1 second. But first, girl. We're just having a good time here, Pisces, at this point, Let's take a break, because I was thinking, when I started doing the pools like this, it's been feeling more like a conversation, and I hope that you've been enjoying this too, Pisces, because it has been a lot of fun. I love the energy that you're bringing. It just makes it a lot more playful, because yeah. Let's get back to you, Pisces, because listen, you need to understand. And no, I'm not coming at you, but Queen of Swords is, because she wants you to get the most out of this, Pisces. You see those heads in the background here? And I know that might be a bit morbid. She's a bit extreme sometimes. This Queen of Swords, honestly, in all the decks that I have, she is the hardest. She means business. And Pisces, I feel like it's time for you to mean business, because I feel like this back here, these heads back here, hang with me. These heads back here, I feel like your ideas that we've possibly, if we haven't taken action right here, these are ideas that you've skewered. You're just like, that's a silly idea. Or maybe that like, oh, someone thinks that this is a bad idea, skewer, this is a bad idea, head on a spike. These are your ideas on spikes here, Pisces. And I think that if we have some gold that we might need to go back there, I think we could, as crazy as it sounds, I think it's time to go back there and check some of these heads, because I think that there might be something there for you, Pisces. Because the Queen of Swords is the type, even with her own ideas, she's got a sword in her hand in case that it's some nonsense. But it's like, her other hand usually is open to the idea first. You know, we at least hear the idea out, give the idea some space first, work through these skills here, because with the Seven of Swords, you know, this is like one of my cards of just like, you know, it's a card of cunning and deception and whatnot. So, you know, be mindful of people who might be in your space of that, Pisces. But I'm more so getting that usually when this pops up, this is about developing some skills here. And I feel like that there might be some skills here that might want to be refined here, Pisces. And when we start doing that, how are we going to refine those skills? By empressing. Because with the Empress, girl, go get them. With the Empress, when it comes to self-care can be, because she's one of my cards, you know, of self-growth, self-care, all of that. Anything that has to really start within first. You know, she's the type that's going to nurture her energy, you know, nurture her abundance, her skills, all of that. Because that's how she gets, you know, how she becomes King of Pentacles, how money starts falling out of her pockets and ideas and inspiration starts just, you know, popping up in epiphanies all over the place. Because she takes the time and she gets her one, she's working on her confidence. One, because she's got mad energy to bring. Two, she's refining skills. So that three, she can tap into her Emperor energy, because I feel like the relationship between the Emperor and the Empress is that the Empress focuses on within, and she shows the Emperor how to do that, how to be embody the best version of himself, so that when he goes out there and and takes action, he is represented for me. He represents societal growth, you know, and showing society taking care of yourself, what that looks like. How we get our pentacles, how we get that boundless energy, you know, how we come in, explode, because this is a regal party, Pisces. You know, I can look at how regal you are. This is how the Emperor is there to show people how to accomplish this, Pisces, because that's what you're bringing here right now. Man, any more here? All right, let's move on to some Oracle cards, because this is dope. And I just want to mention, oh, excuse me, girl. The energy's hot right now, Pisces. I just want to mention too, you know, when I think about the Empress and I think about Venus is exalted in Pisces. So I really feel like that this is definite emphasis. And especially since Venus is in Pisces right now, Pisces, get it. Go get that abundance, because man, it's there for you. It's there for you, waiting to just grow and for you to prosper from this. You know, you're sitting on just mad energy and mad growth here, Pisces. And I think that it's time to it's time to embrace that growth, you know, to shed this old skin that I feel like that's going on here, Pisces, and really start getting that energy, getting it in a groove here, you know. I feel like that's what's the Serpent card here. I feel like it's really, tapping into those energies anymore. Tapping into energies that I really feel like that have been kind of just pent up here, and really allow that flow to just come out of you, and just so that you can just start manifesting just effortlessly, you know. I really think that, let this stuff, yes, Pisces, that's exactly, let it flow like air. You know what I mean? If we try to keep this, if you try to keep this, the air bottled up, you know, it's just like, oh, Pisces, you know, I really feel like with this air, really just kind of breathe some life into your ideas, into your creations, and, you know, give them that fuel and that vitality. Let that stuff just come to. Let's stop keeping it up in the head here. You know, let's start letting that air, you know, flow through and start manifesting anymore. Because you really do have something that I really feel like this month, Pisces, something big's really coming for you this month if we work with these energies. And this is not to say, like, you know, that we're going to miss out on anything if we don't take action right away. Because Pisces, this energy is going to be here for you. But it's just like, we can make the most out of this stuff, what, there's no time like the present, as it applies to your situation, Because really, Pisces too, and I know how this may sound, but you're really doing us as a soul tribe a disservice by keeping all this wonderfulness to yourself. We're here to share that vibration. We're here to, we're working together here. We produce some stuff here, then you produce some stuff, we exchange notes, and then we just continue growing from there, Pisces. So come on, Pisces, show them what you're working with here anymore. Okay. Show them what you're working. Yes, Pisces, full moon. Let's switch over. Hold up, because now we're as if I haven't been going in already. Bam! You got the full moon here, Pisces, and this is about really. It's the full moon is that harvest. It's that celebration time. When we start the new moon cycle at the beginning, we're planting that seed, and then we're nurturing that thing, we're empressing, so that when it's time for that full moon, we're celebrating. It's just wands and understanding with the swords and abundance, just abundance all over the place, Pisces. And it's about seizing that energy and getting really, Pisces, I think the theme for you really, strike while the iron is hot, and then keep that, once you get that fire going, get it down to that sweet temperature there, and let that puppy cool off, heat up, and then stay, keep it at a nice consistent little, I was going to say simmer, but you know what I mean, Pisces. Make your fire work for you. I'm going to drink some tea. We're done here, Pisces. This was dope. I hope you liked this as well, Pisces. And if you did, give it a thumbs up and share this thing, Pisces. I've told all the water signs, like, come on, let's, like, water signs. There's it kind of had, like, I feel like at the beginning of the year, or like towards like the end, end of the year last year, beginning of the year, there was like this big ramp up for water signs, and then it kind of quieted down a little bit. But like, I just feel like, because that was a time where I think that the waves were receding, the waves were pulling back, we're gaining momentum here, Pisces, and now the tsunami's coming in, that big tidal wave is coming in. So Pisces, I feel like waters, at least just based off the readings that I've done for this month, water signs are about to bring it. So bring your A game, and I would love to see Pisces just tidal waves all over the place, of abundance, not literal tidal waves, Pisces, be mindful with your powers. and then let's subscribe, hit that bell button. You'll get notified when I release videos each week, because if we're pulling tsunamis, I'm trying to stay on your good side here, Pisces. And then what else are we doing? Lastly, let me see. You got the moon here. So, and not that you needed a ticket, but if you have any Cancer in your placements, or maybe you just want to understand what's going on with us Cancers, check out my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We absolutely discuss lunar shenanigans, and all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise card so I can get you out of here and just going to get it. And you know what, Pisces? I'm with this. You got the Five of Wands here in reverse, and let's hang tight, because I love that. And what do we got? Oh, come on, hands. Nice. And then we have the Commune card here. And Pisces, I really feel like, you know what, for you, when I was even talking about this, like that divine counterparts, King, Queen of Wands, I feel like get something cooking up now, Pisces, if we're still waiting on, because I'm not sure why we would be waiting on a partnership, but I think don't let that waiting stop you from creating something right now, because maybe the reason that King or Queen of Wands hasn't come in yet is because maybe they haven't seen your work, Pisces. They haven't seen that full moon shine yet. And I feel like if we want to be in this place of collaboration, then it's We're going to have to put ourselves out there. You're going to need to become a beacon. Show people what you're made of, Pisces. You know, show them, look at you. Look at how badass you look. You're a dragon in this deck. Like, come on. Look at you. Pisces, you're getting ready to go through. I know there's no kind of like death card transformation here, but look at this. You know, and this is going to be, oh, beautiful ending. Some of us might be feeling like a serpent right now. You know, maybe we're thinking that this idea couldn't possibly be anything. Maybe you're even like Justin, you're full of it. You know, this energy is too much. You know, like there's no possible way. Well, Pisces, just you watch, because you're getting ready to we're getting ready to do an ascension here. You're getting ready to evolve from this serpent here to an epic dragon, ascension of the dragon. You know, that's what I feel like is getting ready to happen for you, Pisces. Wouldn't that be a sick something? I don't know, call your podcast name Ascension of a Dragon. There you go, Pisces. Give me a freebie here. And you know what, Pisces? If you're so desperate to collaborate, I love your energy. I told you, you know what? I pretty much, my son being in the 12th house, I'm basically a Pisces. You know, at least got some Pisces traits, and you at least you're kind enough to let me kick it in your house. So let's collaborate, Pisces. You know what I mean? But all right, Pisces, we're having too much fun here, which is good. But you know what? We got some manifesting that we need to get done. So let's get out there and start creating stuff. Let's start having some fun out here in this matrix, Pisces. So stay safe out there. Have a blast. And really, you raise that vibration to the moon. Raise that vibration to Venus so that the Empress can see that, like, yes, Pisces, you've been asking for abundance. Here it is. Because the Empress is generous like that. Girl, we're going to have to talk off camera. And I will catch you on the next one later.